up there? Can you hear us? You all right?
Today's video is very simple. I had a vision, I had a dream last night, and I was talking to myself. I was like, why is there so many local brands in Cape Town? What's the story? Why is everyone so creative with their clothes? I decided, let me reach out to them and see what their story is. Like, why do they do what they do? And why do they have so much swag when they do what they do? Do you get what I'm saying? Today we have a couple of brands with us, and they're gonna tell us their story, what their story is, why should people wear their clothes, what started their passion for clothing, what does fashion mean to them. Without further ado, let me get started with our first one. Hi, how are you?
I'm good, and you? Could be better though. I mean, the weather in Cape Town is a bit under the weather, you know. Okay, so to be specific, it's not exactly my brand. I'm the sales manager in Cape Town. The guy himself is in Norway. His name is Gilbert Somba. It's about positive vibe, about creating a positive impact on the world itself. Anybody can wear these line of clothing, despite of your color complexion or your weight size. You can be yourself regardless. So the story obviously generated a few months ago, when Gilbert, wanted to create something different, create something unique, that everybody can wear, that everybody can feel comfortable in, because as you can see, this is all about comfortability. It's about wearing baggy things from head to toe, but also feeling comfortable day in and day out. When you're looking at pros and cons, you got to keep positive no matter the day ins and days out. You get your bad days where you barely make sales, but you get your good days too. You just got to keep your head held higher no matter what, and you will get there. The thing is, the pressure, stress, to deal with stress it's quite a hectic intake, because sometimes you feel like you cannot get where you want to get. But I think praying to God for me is the best solution I could possibly do in my whole entire life. God changed my life, and with hard work and dedication, you can be successful. The one I'm wearing right now is actually my favorite as you speak. Can I come a little closer? So as you can see, there's African prints, African attire. There's like a bit of, what is this, elephant? Yeah, it's just uniquely made, because as you can see, the inside is gray with a bunch of brown. And then we get like the white patches. It's different. And the buttons itself, as you can see right here, yeah, it's different. It's not your normal, African printed things you often see in the shops. It's the fabricated is from Norway. It's made in Norway, so it's imported here from all around the world, and that's what we want. Like I said, you can be yourself. We even have tailored designs. You can fit to your size. Whatever you want, we can bring to your doorstep. At the end of the day, you want to feel comfortable with what you wear. No matter, like I said, your age, your height, your weight, where you're from, how you look. This is who you are. It's what makes you unique.
I can't lie, I would generally buy that brand. If I was you, I'd buy that brand for real. But next up, I'm honestly excited for this one. I respect bro much. I've known his work. He go crazy. He's been doing design since a youngin', since way back. My brother, how's it, bro?
Chillin'. Appreciate it for having me. Shit, bro, it's like, I say like a year back, I'm with Blake, who I run it, shout out Blake, and we're just cooling or whatever, and we're like, bro, trying to get paid, like we want to figure out how to get money, right, because we're young, what we gonna do? So then we're like, what do we both like that we can turn into a career? So we're like, yeah, bro, let's start fashion. Went through hella names. It was Ecstasy, then Ecstasy Studios, copyright this, Project XTC, then chopped it up to Project XTC, but no vowels, so it's just RJCT. Yeah, these the V2 sweats. We made them like 6 months ago, I'd say. Made the sample, then thought it was tough. Changed the material, mass produced it. Then we have this. I don't think we're gonna drop it because it's like, I like it and stuff, but it's like not that much. The collection we're dropping now, the X collection, we're gonna have the black Arabic shirt, white Arabic shirt, and then the rest is a surprise for the people. I'd say to start off with like the cons, I'm gonna say is like, I didn't really think that it was as much work as it was, because I thought it's just like you make it and it's fine, but that's not that bad. I'd just say unexpected stress, but I think that's about it. The pros, bro, I like making clothes. You can pick what you do. There's nothing like you can't do, because it's just like there's no limit to anything. Everything you make, you know, like, oh, I made that. It's like that's mine. It's that type of stuff, and it's just like getting recognition for your work. That's another nice thing, and getting paid. That's
Okay.
To be honest, it's kind of just stay in your own lane, kind of just tunnel vision almost. Like, that's the thing, just don't really worry about competition. Not like, oh, I'm gonna be better, not. It's just like, I don't think of other brand owners as competition, more just like people with the same vision. It's not like a competition to me. That kind of defeats the purpose of it. It's swag and like the quality mostly. That's a big thing. We use imported fabrics. I'm not gonna say the manufacturer, but it's like it's a well-known one. It's the quality, and I think it just looks good.
Okay, shots, boys. Listen, people have been going crazy, but the next one I'm gonna introduce to you, everyone's favorite at this point. I'm pretty sure this is everyone's favorite.
Yeah, placing hard on my enemies, yeah. All the talk with the energy, yeah. You ain't friend or kin of me, yeah. Back in school wasn't feeling me, yeah. Interface familiar, gotta level up in every year. It's about to get serious.
Lloyd, can I call you Lloyd?
Yeah, easy.
Tell us your story, bro.
Tell you my story. I started House of Lords in high school with a bunch of my friends. After that, they didn't see the vision the way I was seeing it. We split. I continued with the business myself. After that, it's what it is right now. Yeah, yes, sir. Pros and cons of being a brand owner. The cons, obviously, you don't have enough connections. I would say that's a big con, bro. Especially if you're starting, you don't have connections, you don't have access to the fashion world. You're starting everything by yourself. Like, you're in a bedroom, you have sketches, you have fabrics, feel me? And you want to be on that level, you know? You want to be at South African Fashion Week. You want to be at Paris Fashion Week. But to get into these places, you need connects, to be honest with you. You need to know someone in that industry, or you need to know someone that's working with the Fashion Week people, you feel me? That's number one. Another one is capital. Big con. You need capital. You need capital to make motion. You need capital to make moves, you know? My homie used to tell me you can't make lasagna without cheese. Yeah. You feel me? So, bro, so if you want to make your best fucking product, you need to put money in there to make that fucking lasagna. Sometimes I feel what's this word? I feel like an imposter, you know? Because now I didn't go to fashion school. I did, but I dropped out. But anyway, I went to fashion school, I dropped out, I didn't get my degree, you know? I honestly don't know how to sew, to be honest with you, bro. I don't know how to, like, I know how to obviously stitch beyond the fucking thing, but I couldn't make a garment for you. I couldn't make a pair of pants for you. I couldn't make a jacket for you or a puffer for you. What I can do now is sell that motherfucker. Yes, sir. You know? I can sell the fuck out of clothes, you know? So, and when I started my brand, this one time I was buying fabric, and then this one lady, she told me about, if you want a brand to be international, or you want your brand to have at least 100,000 customers, 100 customers even, you can't sew that shit yourself. You're lying. Like, you can't be the tailor, you know? You have to be the creative, you have to be the businessman, you have to put your fashion in stores, you know? So it matters a lot. So the way I move right now is I have tailors, and then I basically do all the selling and the creative direction and all that stuff. I hate to sound cocky.
Nah, don't be cocky, bro.
I ain't feeling the pressure from like that, you know, like from, I couldn't say I feel pressure from like the industry, but I would say I feel pressure for myself to be like better than what I dropped last time, you know? That's the pressure. That's the pressure. I've made a lot of pieces Yeah, but for some reason, like when you said that, the only pieces that came to my head are the ones that are selling, and those ones I have a weird relationship with those items. Like, they're not necessarily the thing I thought would be the best product ever. I didn't design this specifically to be like, yo, this is the best product ever, right? I didn't like take hours, master my craft type shit for these things to sell. Like these ones are like things I just felt, but yo, this is hard. And if I pursue this vision, it doesn't have to be like the best product, but like if I just like master the simple things out of this one product, this shit's going crazy. And the ones that I'm thinking about are like the Yuri jeans and the Trinity sweats. Those are personally my favorite right now. I have favorites coming, but yeah, man.
How old are you?
I'm 25 now.
25.
Yes, sir. Why should people buy House of Lords? There is so many brands out here, with House of Lords, it's more like I don't necessarily need people to buy my clothes or want them to buy my clothes. I want them to be inspired by the shit I'm doing, I want people to feel like, yo, this guy's doing this, I also want to do something. I also want to create. I also want to be a part of this motion, because I honestly feel like South Africa is changing. There's a renaissance happening, so you need to tap in. So I want my brand to inspire the next generation of fashion designers. So
Okay, cool. We've been chatting to the brands. We've been getting to know the brands. We've been getting to know their story, what they stand for, who they are, why we should buy their clothes. But there's one brand we didn't yet speak to, and that's a brand called
God did.
So basically, it started off as a vision a few years ago. But we had a vision, but we just didn't have means of execution. So we had a vision, but we were lost within the vision. So we didn't know how to start, how it's gonna go. We always wanted to run a clothing brand because we're big into fashion. Like, we love clothing, and we feel like clothing is a great way of expressing who you are and what you're into without really speaking, Because you can go somewhere and you'll see someone dressing a certain style and you'll be like, I feel like I can hang out with him because we have a similar fashion sense, you get what I mean? So we had a vision and we're like, damn, since we love clothing so much, why don't we get something that could, help people, get that shit on. Yeah, so
If I can see the message behind God Did, I would say that first of all, as you can see that the name is God Did, we're trying to bring a message, a positive message to the people that will see the brand in terms of yeah. And if I can also add one thing is that we know there's a lot of brand out there that are doing good actually, and we didn't want to do the same thing, but wanted to include, let me be specific,
our religion and our faith.
Yeah, and bring and include God as well inside it. And also another thing is that we don't really think of including God in what we're doing, especially in this generation. A lot of people are thinking of doing something that is always good, not to think of God as well. So we're trying to okay, if we're into fashion, we can also try to bring a positive message by including God in what we're doing. And we tried it, and God did it for us, and that's what I can say. Yeah.
God did. God did.
Yeah.
They get it.
Yeah.
Okay, let me start the cons. We haven't really bumped into cons because we're relatively new in the whole fashion scene. So let me be as humble as possible. We're not that big. No. Let me try keeping it humble. We're not big enough to the point where we encountered any cons really. But the pros, shit, man, money among the line. The pros is money, and just seeing people feeling confident wearing your pieces. That's a good feeling, bro. It's a good feeling.
From now I can say, as I say, we're still coming, and we got to meet a lot of brands that are also coming. So obviously it's not like everyone's not appreciate what you're doing. So I feel like there's that type of competition type of way in a certain side. Yeah. So I would say that
I feel like pressure. I feel like we had pressure in the beginning, but then the more brands we've encountered, and we've got to speak to more brands, like a few brands up here as well. We felt like that's helped us ease the pressure, because we feel like, hey man, if we're seeing other youths running a brand as well, and they making it as well. So I feel like it's inspiring us more than putting pressure on us. You get what I'm trying to say? Yeah. So that's what I feel like. That's how I feel like we've been able to handle pressure. We just met other brands.
I would say
Stand up, display.
I would say this one's my favorite one.
The first bone is always the favorite. You know what I'm saying?
I'll say this one's my favorite so far. But actually, we're literally cooking something new. But for me, I would say this one is my favorite for now.
I feel like it's all about the message at the end of the day, because there's in everything you do, you should try having a message and a motive behind it. You get what I'm trying to say? And I feel like ours it's more relatable and it's bold, because not everyone will just throw their religion and their faith into whatever they're doing. So I feel like we did that, and we are hoping to get more people out of their shell and embrace being a Christian, you know, having Nashon and still giving thanks to the Most High. You get what I mean?
Yeah, and it's working though. And
it's working. Yeah, we love to see the youth wearing this, you know, and you wearing it, you don't even realize it, but you're giving honor to the Lord, you know. That's good. God did. That's what it's all about.
Okay, cool. So now that we've actually gotten to know the brands and what they stand for, what their story is, it's time for us to go out there and show our love to them. So what I really would love for everyone right now watching this video is to go to their page, follow them, like them. Don't just say, oh, I fuck with your shit, when you don't really want to support them. It doesn't work like that. It's about time you stand on business, boy. That was pretty much it. Do like and subscribe. Again, I'm gonna have everyone's handles on the description. So, you know, if you want to tap in, right, go to the description. Yeah, peace.